Australia dismissed New Zealand for 179 to take control of the first test on second day after Cameron Green had scored a brilliant 174 not out in a defiant final wicket partnership to drive the visitors to 383 all out. The Black Caps lost wickets in Columbus as they reeled in the face of Australian attack, with Glenn Phillips' aggressive 71 serving only to save the home side from deeper embarrassment in front of a sellout crowd at Wellington's Basin Reserve. Australia chose not to enforce the follow-on, but the wickets kept falling, with skipper Tim Southee dismissing Steve Smith and Manus Loboshin cheaply. Night watchman Nathan Lyon was dropped by Saudi in the slips of the last ball of the day and will resume on 6 not out alongside Usman Khwaja, who is unbeaten on 5. Australia are 13 for 2 at the end of the day's play, leading by 217 runs. New Zealand started the day 2 hoping to quickly remove the final Australian wicket, but Green and Josh Hazlewood refused to yield for 2 hours. All-rounder Green, who had reached the century mark for the second time in Test on the penultimate ball of the day 1, continued to play his shot, scoring 23 fours and 5 sixes in a marathon 275 ball innings of 174 not out. Hazelwood contributed 22 of 62 balls at the other end, as the pair combined for 116 runs before seamer Matt Henry finally got out the Australian paceman to claim his second Test 5-wicket haul with figures of 5 for 70. Replying to Australia's first innings total of 383, New Zealand were quickly reduced to 12 for 3. Tom Leighton played on to depart for 5, and 2 balls later Kane Williamson ran himself out for a duck after bumping into his batting partner Will Young at mid-wicket, and Shane's direct hit breaking the stumps. 3 balls later, Rachin Ravindra was also sent back with 0 runs to his name after a fine Nathan Lyon catch off the bowling of Josh Hazlewood. Australia's keeper Pat Cummins triggered the next collapse when he had Daryl Mitchell caught behind with the final ball of 1 over, and Mitchell Marsh ended Young's innings with his first ball of the next over to leave the hosts on 29 for 5. Glenn Phillips and Tom Bullender steadied the sinking ship with a partnership of 84 runs, but Lyon brought an end to that when he had Tom Bullender caught for 33 runs off an inside edge. 2 balls later, Scott Coglition became the off-spinner's second victim, and the home side were again on the ropes at 113 for 7. Hazelwood finally found the way to get the wicket of Glenn Phillips with a short delivery, the batsman top edge to Stark in the deep. Glenn Phillips scored 71 runs, which included 13 fours. Tim Southee was removed by Nathan Lyon, caught by Trevor at his individual score of 1 run. And finally, Nathan Lyon got the wicket of Matt Henry, who scored well compiled 42 runs. New Zealand in their first innings scored 179 runs, conceding lead of 204 runs. At the end of the second day's play, Australia 13 for 2 and are 217 runs ahead of New Zealand. Tim Southee got both wickets of Steve Smith and Manus Loboshin. Steve Smith was bowled on duck and Manus Loboshin scored 2 runs. Usman Khwaja not out on 5 and Nathan Lyon batting on 6.